Capricorn, welcome to your reading today. Capricorn, let's see what your future self wants to say to you today. Let's see what message. Okay, we have children. So this is cherish and enter their world. This card's all about remembering what it was like when we were a child. Remember when you're a child and you're carefree? That's truly because the children, they don't worry about things, right? They don't worry about the future. They don't worry about the past. They're not thinking about what other people are thinking. They're just living in the moment, enjoying that section, enjoying that second, enjoying that moment. That this is all about, is living in the present, enjoying the moment, and getting into that childlike energy. Let's see why that's come out today. Let's talk about you. All right, Capricorn, let's see what your future self wants to say to you today. Let's see why they want to say that to you, and let's see what actions they want you to... Okay, so they want you to... What they want to say to you is the Hanged Man. Why? Why is that the message that you want to pass along to Capricorn? The Sun. Two major arcanas here. All right, and how do you want Capricorn to move forward to get on the highest timeline, highest frequency, highest consciousness? The Six of Wands. To move forward with success, baby. Okay. And there's the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is the card of... The Two of Wands is the card of making different decisions and choices. It's looking at your future. It's looking at the road ahead. And it's saying, what do I got to do to get where I'm going here? You know, I have so much potential. I got the world in my hands. We have a card flipped here. Is that the Tower? Whoa. The Tower and the Hanged Man is definitely changing your perspective on something. Okay, let's see what's going on here, Capricorn. What is the Hanged Man? What does Capricorn's future self want to say? What do they want to say to Capricorn right now? Well, there's Page of Wands. But the Ten of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay. So the Page of Wands in a spiritual reading, and actually in the deck that I'm creating, is your spirit guides giving you a download. They're giving you a message. So your spirit guides are your future self, your spirit guides, your source self. They're hollering at you, crying at you. I'd really pay attention to your dreams, Capricorn. I really feel like they're trying to get a message to you in your dreams. So the message here is to take control of your game, to be that queen on the chessboard. The Five of Pentacles is an energy where we're letting negativity, pessimism, the worries, the stressors of life stop us from enjoying life, stop us from playing the game, stop us from being that queen on the chessboard, winning the game, living our best life, right? We're holding ourselves back, we're removing potential because we're placing potential and we're placing limits on ourselves. So they want you to realize the unlimited potential that you have. They want you to know that you can do anything you want to do, but you have to believe it. And that's that childlike energy, right? Children, they have such an imagination, such excited, such passionate energy. And they want you to get back to that and coddle the inner child. Remember the inner child. This could be very well remembering something you love to do as an inner child, as a child that will bring back joy into your life, passion into your life, even purpose. But they want you to really realize that certain mind frames that you have might be holding you back and limiting potential in this realm. That's what your future self wants you to know, Capricorn. And the reason they want you to know that is the Sun. Okay, what's the Sun? What are you highlighting? What are you saying? What's part of the Sun are you saying here? The Ten of Pentacles. There's your spiritual test card. The Six of Swords is our test and transition card. Okay, the only reason you're not gonna get what you want is you. That's why. That's why your higher self is telling you this, and your future self, Capricorn. The Sun here is going to be a master of the mind, a master of your ego. It's a master of you, of your identity. And the Five of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles is giving your power away. You're not the queen on the board right now. You're like the pawn, moving one square at a time, getting knocked all over because of your thought patterns, belief system, dogmas, a consciousness, a blockage inside that mind. And I'm going to see exactly what that blockage is, because they want you to remove that in order to get onto the in order to create happiness and satisfaction. What's the blockage? What is the Five of Pentacles? What is it that's holding Capricorn back? Is it a dogma, belief? What's the King of Swords? It's just mental strength. Life is a mind game. It's mental strength. So the devil, the agents, higher consciousness versus lower consciousness is coming into play here. I call it Agent Smith, right? Think about the Matrix. The Bible calls it the devil. Some people call it Satan, and some people just call it lower virtues, lower frequency, lower consciousness. They're all the same thing. They just call it different things. But this is a mental game. Life is a mind game. You know what? One of the most beautiful ways that I seen this explained was in Stranger Things, right? I watched it with my son, of course, and Sadie, what's her character's name? The redheaded girl, Max. Max was inside of, Vecna's mind, and she said to the little girl, Mike's little sister, she's like, this is a beautiful place, but we're in his mind. The world is a beautiful place, but it's all of the mind. So it can be confusing, it can be a maze, it can be amazing. And right now, it is your mental strength. So your mind is getting the best of you. It's not a blockage. It's not going to be something from the childhood. It's not going to be that type of energy. It's where your mind is getting the best of you. So whether you're negative thinking, whether it's doubting yourself, whether it's anxiety. And so with the strength in the sun, no matter for me is what kind of reading I'm in, this is becoming a master of yourself, and this is a master of your mind. There's your mind, there's a master of your mind, right? She's in control of the lion here, the devil, Satan, the lower virtues. She's in control of them. They are not in control of her. You also have to remember they're always there, right? You don't just stay in higher consciousness and higher frequency at all times of your life. Like, I don't even think Zen Guru does, but even the masters of the masters and the greatest of the great have dips. So when you're dipping, it's just gaining control of that, consciously acknowledging that, so that it's not stopping you from living up to your fullest potential. Because the actions they want you to take is the Six of Wands, which tells me you have a lot of potential. You have a lot of gifts. You have a lot of skills, Capricorn, strong work ethic. You're a Capricorn. So it's remembering that, and it's keeping your eye on the prize. It's also acknowledging, like I get this a lot for Capricorns, and usually I get this for Virgos, but the Capricorn collective that I tap into, you guys are like perfectionists. You really, and there's nothing wrong with being a perfectionist, but sometimes you can get too hard on yourself, and your self-worth or your view of yourself can be altered because you're expecting perfection or you're expecting so much from yourself. And it's good to expect that from yourself, but don't get too hard on yourself or start doubting yourself, because that's when your mind gets the best of you and you're not going to get what you want. The actions I want you to take are the Six of Wands and the Knight of Swords. To pause. Whoa. Instead of being worried. Whoa. They want you to sit with these thoughts. I don't know if you're racing them or if you're trying to push them away, or if you're just trying not to acknowledge them. They want you to sit with these thoughts and work through them. So this is anxiety and worry, from what I can see, Capricorn. And I don't know, take GABA. GABA is a natural supplement that helps with anxiety, and it helps to kind of ease that. It helps. When I get too anxious, like when I was moving in November, I got so anxious, I was almost sick. I took GABA to help calm down my anxiety. Because like I said, you're always like, nobody's perfect. You don't just stay up there at all times. It's just when you dip down, get yourself back up, baby. Get yourself back up. But this is anxiety. And this is sitting with it and understanding it. What is causing the anxiety? Where is it stemming from? And for me, anxiety is just worry, right? It's worry. You're worrying about something that hasn't happened. You're worrying about something that could happen. So you start to focus on things you can control, and it will remove the anxiety. So the message here is to give attention to it. Sit with it. Alchemize it, transmute it, but understand where it's coming from, and that way you can be in control of it, and it is not in control of you. And when you're consciously aware of where it's coming from, how it's affecting you, then you can consciously be in control of it. And that's what your guides and that's what your future self wants to say here today, Capricorn. So let's grab some oracles, let's see what they want to say, and then we'll jump back into the tarot. We'll see what else comes through. So what does Capricorn need to surrender to? Defensiveness. So defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in an empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, and then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Oh, why did I put that down there? I don't know. All right, let's get the shadow self, because let's have a shadow reading. What's the shadow self here for Capricorn? What's Shadow Cappy want to say to Cappy? Disconnected. Disengaging from the present moment hinders genuine connections. There's that element again, right? And remember what Lao Tse teaches us. When we live in the future, we're anxious. When we live in the past, we're depressed. So live in the present. It is a gift, but sit with those emotions, sit with those feelings and understand them instead of ignoring or pushing them away or not working through them. You know, we have our, you know, I've said it before, we have our spiritual bodies, right? We have to merge in order to create true enlightenment, to be at higher consciousness. We have to merge our physical, our emotional, our mental, and our spiritual bodies. They all have to be merged. And with the emotional, a lot of us will suppress them or not deal with them or just put them, you know, into this little spot, most of them in the gut, some of them in the mind, back of the mind. But we can't do that. We have to allow those feelings to come to the surface and we have to work them. We have to work through them. All right, cat independence. You're being encouraged to develop a balance between independence but also time of togetherness. This also indicates that you would greatly benefit from a profound journey of self-discovery. Learn to enjoy time spent for yourself. Just sit with yourself in those emotions. Okay. All right, Capricorn, let's get back into the tarot. Let's see what other messages your future self wants to pass along. What else they want to say. So there's you. What's up, Cappy? The Ten of Cups. They want you to be at peace. Why? What's the Ten of Cups? What do you, like, that's you, that's you. What's the Ten of Cups? What do you, is this in the mind or what is this? Whoa. The Empress, the Ace of the Four of Pentacles. They need you to be, this is really strong elements of acceptance. So there is, you know, the Ace of Pentacles, all the aces are fresh starts. They're all new beginnings, something new coming through. But the Ace of Pentacles means you're going to be successful. It is a successful fresh start, a successful new chapter in your life. You have the Six of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles in your future energy, Capricorn. So I'd say a lot of blessings, a lot of gifts, a lot of high frequency energy coming towards you. However, in order to activate that or enter that, they want you to be at peace. Be at peace. Forgive yourself for any past energies, any past errors, right? Forgive yourself if you dip into negativity, if you let your anger get the, whatever it is, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to go back and forth. So there's really an element of forgiving yourself and understanding that the challenges, the barriers, the things that you have been through have brought you into Empress energy, right? The Empress isn't born, she's created. But the Empress is also a master of the material realm. She goes with the flow. The Queen of the Pentacles is a master of the material realm. She goes with the flow. And the child, he goes with the flow. That's why things do not bother children. And you know, they could have horrible things happening to them, but they're still playing, they're still having fun. They don't let those things bother them. And so there's an element here where they want you to be at peace, and being at peace will activate your highest timeline, will activate your higher frequency. But there's also an element of confidence, and with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, just like Taylor Swift says, right? Like, shake it off, just shake it off, right? You fall, you get back up. You scrape your elbow, you put a Band-Aid on it, you rip the Band-Aid off when it's healed, because it's going to be healed in a few days. So there's that element here where they want you to be at peace. I feel meditation is important here, and really silencing the mind. You know, that's the beginning. That's the first step, right? To controlling your mind. If you can't meditate and silence the mind, then you're never going to be able to control your mind in stressful situations. It all starts in that moment. And you don't got to sit there for like 50 minutes in silence. It just starts with learning to train your mind to sit in silence. You start with 3, 4, 5 minutes, and that's how you begin the journey of strength, mental strength, right? So that's where it starts, but it also starts with forgiveness and acceptance, Capricorn. And there's a lot of prosperity here on this future energy for you. And there's a really strong element of you being able to really enjoy the moment, enjoy the present, to be able to see the gifts and the blessings that you have. So that's what I have, that's what I got. That's what your guides want to say today. So Capricorn, I sure hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope it resonated and benefited you. And as always, if you like your reading, if you like my style, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe, hype the reading. It does help these readings get out, other Capricorns to find them. So thank you so much for your continued support, Cape. Truly appreciate that. And let's close your reading off with your final message. What do we have here? All right. Oh, excuse me. It's a yes or no. Oh, you might have already seen it, but, well, if you watch me, you know this is my yes or no deck. Yes or no, what's the answer for Capricorn? Yes, when you're ready. All right, Cappy. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.